Vola angela o veteranu, ako itabua. Ako do talitay na barong na Bula FM, nambando na sir.
Bula, alang gono ilutoka do talita ka ng Bula FM berarti ni nambando na sir.
Ni Bula binaka, nanregen go sa Bula FM nga. Na kasi.
Dalang go sa mundo active ng Bula FM nambando na sir nusur.
Ni Bula binaka, narang go Jerry, yang melambasa. Do barong.
In the news tonight, Methodist Church still embroiled in politics, says Prime Minister. AG clarifies BDM registration fee. And USP staff get 5% back pay for 2016.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama believes the Methodist Church is still embroiled in politics. Speaking to FBC News about his withdrawal to open the church Solevu, Bainimarama says he doesn't want to mix religion with politics. Apinisa Wangai Randovu reports.
The Minister initially accepted the Methodist Church invite to open the annual bazaar as a gesture of goodwill.
I was invited initially. I thought it's Prime Minister, and I thought it was a good gesture by the church to invite the Prime Minister because of the cooperation between the government and the church and the relationship. So I thought it was nice.
Bainimarama says being seen at the same event with Sodelpa leader Sitiveni Rambuka is bound to be interpreted as having political leanings despite what the church may say.
I didn't know that behind the scene they were planning to have Rambuka close it, which meant there was going to be a competition of sorts by politicians and political parties, especially political parties, in the church forum.
The Prime Minister also points out that not so long ago, there were political elements using the church to further their agenda.
Speaking from the pulpit by the church in support of politicians, that's still ongoing. But this is, I think this is worse than that. I don't think the church has fared, how can I say, fairly with this request to have Rambuka close it. It is for me to open it and Rambuka to close it. It's not really a wise thinking on the church's part.
Opposition leader Sitiveni Rambuka has issued a statement saying he was not aware that Bainimarama was invited to open the bazaar. While the Prime Minister was invited to open the bazaar, the church had also invited opposition leader Sitiveni Rambuka to close the event without informing either party. Rambuka will now open the annual fundraising event that will be held later this month. Apinisa Wangrandobu, FBC News.
Attorney General Ayaz Said Qayyum has clarified that it will not cost Fijians $3,000 to get legally married. The clarification comes after a lot of misinformation was circulated on social media regarding the increase in registration fees. The $3,000 increase is for marriage celebrants, persons authorized to legally perform marriages. Catherine Krishna was at a press conference yesterday and files this report.
The Attorney General says the $3,000 is a fee that civil marriage celebrants have to pay to conduct marriages.
We saw some people saying that now to get married you have to pay $3,000. It's a ridiculous proposition. As the fee says, this is for civil marriage celebrants. As you know that a few years ago we amended the law where we have upright citizens who can actually apply personally in their own right to become a marriage celebrant.
The Attorney General says the prices to reprint the BDM certificates were reviewed 19 years ago. He says in other Pacific Island countries, getting a reprint of a birth certificate is relatively high when compared to Fiji.
Samoa, to get a certified copy of a birth certificate cost Australian $40, which is Fijian $59. In Fiji, it now costs only $10. In Vanuatu, for example, if you have a certified copy of birth certificate, Vanuatu cost is about 28 Fijian dollars. So again, ours is only $10.
Said Qayyum also says that people who want to access digital birth certificates will not be charged any fees.
So even if you register your child, and even if you want a birth certificate copy, even that copy is actually given to you for free if you register electronically. And when I say register electronically, it means register either through your phone app or you register on the computer, through the computer.
The Prime Minister earlier this year launched the digital platform so that parents can register the birth of their child online. As a result, Fijians living in remote areas or outer islands do not have to travel long distances or wait in long queues to access this service. Catherine Krishna, FBC News.
Some staff at the University of the South Pacific will receive a 5% back pay for 2016. The back pay will be paid next week, was approved last Tuesday. Josai Nanunga reports this is an outcome of a successful negotiation between the USP board and the USP staff union.
A welcoming news for USP local and regional staff, an agreement reached to settle salary adjustments outstanding from the previous triennium.
Both our regional staff and our staff in Fiji, they will of course receive that back payment in the next pay run, which will be the 7th of August. So next week, I hope there will be some cause for celebration, because we do know that the cost of living is going up.
The institute plans to foster its negotiation with the staff union to prioritize the welfare of the staff.
All the other negotiations were finished last year, but of course they will begin a new round of bargaining with all the unions, because we don't want to be in the position that we're paying people after 3 years. I think that's wrong.
Meanwhile, USP-SU President Tarisi Wadala says the positive outcome will further enhance the relationship between the institute and the staff.
Within 2 months, both parties were ready to agree to all terms, having considered all fundamentals in good faith. So these indeed being made possible through the wonderful relationships between the university and the USPSU.
The 5% back pay for some staff at the University of the South Pacific is a way forward in maintaining its reputation as a leading higher education provider in the region. Josai Nanunga, FBC News.
More than 200 fisheries officers are in the field monitoring the current ban on kawakawa and ndonu fish. Permanent Secretary Craig Strong says Fiji has 29 species of kawakawa and ndonu, and the depleting stocks are concerning. Sainian Imboila reports.
A large number of Fijians living in coastal areas rely on fish for income and livelihood, and with the ban in place, they're now being assisted to look at other alternatives.
But there are a number of other species that can be harvested during this time, not just the ones that are banned on the ban list. So, we encourage support. We're here to ensure the sustainability of this species for our future generations. The threat is very real, hence the approach that we've taken.
Greg Strong says the decrease in spawning rate remains a concern.
17% are spawning at a rate, the science is telling us it's spawning at a rate of less than 10%. And they should be spawning at a rate of over 20%. So that is quite a severe situation that we're in, which is why we're taking such a comprehensive management measures around the species.
With respect to the two vessels that have been boarded and inspected by the Ministry of Fisheries, where infringements or non-compliance has been cited, formal action is underway. But at the moment I can disclose that in each of the vessels we've confiscated close to 600 kilos of fish.
The Fisheries Ministry is currently monitoring fish markets, restaurants, ferries and other relevant places to ensure that everyone abides by the ban, which will end next month. 15 cases are now before the courts whereby people were caught breaking the ban. Sainian Imboila, FBC News.
Perpetrators of domestic and sexual violence can highly likely become a threat at workplaces. The latest report by the International Finance Corporation shows their behaviours can affect work colleagues as they will feel unsafe and as a result diminish office morale. Kelly Vavala reports.
Work productivity level drops if an employee is involved in domestic and sexual violence.
Perpetrators of domestic violence are controlling. Are jealous and controlling, and so they often get it into their heads that people aren't going to work to earn an income or do their job. They're just simply going to work to have affairs. They make threats towards the colleagues.
The Fiji Women's Crisis Centre says employers have a responsibility to maintain a safe workplace.
It affects them in a lot of ways. It's absenteeism, it's lack of productivity, their chances of getting promotions, good results from their employers, those are all limited and lessened. And in our experience over the last 35 years, we find that women actually are forced to leave the job.
Permanent Secretary for Women and Children Jennifer Poole says such violence affects all sectors of the community.
It's a matter of shame and disgrace that violence against women is reported in such high numbers in our beloved Fiji, a nation we claim is friendly and happy in the way the world should be.
Domestic violence is a pattern of behaviors that one person uses to gain control and power over another person. It is largely defined by power and control and can happen to anyone. Kelly Vadala, FBC News.
Up ahead, new partnership will reduce beef import. A UN decade for ocean science gains momentum. Details after the break.
Hi, Bula. I'm Shelai from Nandi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, my name is Sotiama here in Ba. We love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, I'm Miri. I'm from Lotoka and I love Gold FM because they play all my classic hits.
Hi, my name is Fiona from Tavua and I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, I'm Ini from Rakiraki. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Discussions on new initiatives, developments, good governance and empowerment made the Lomaiviti Provincial Council meeting a success. Chair Chochin Garnivalu says traditional leadership was also a key issue discussed in the meeting. Garnivalu adds all these concepts were portrayed by the villagers of Sawaeke, who hosted delegates from Levuka, Korombatiki and Suva. He says the village and youths of Sawaeke have set an example for the people of Lomaiviti.
That is a challenge for us to minimize waiting for the handouts. Handouts can come, those projects at the capital projects, yes, they must come at that level. And such small things, yes, they have started it. And for us in Lomaiviti to come here and see that, I heard in the presentations that the district of Nasin, district of Lowoni have brought their young people here to come and see. Take back the good stories and try and implement them.
Fiji will soon be able to reduce beef imports as New Caledonia assists the Agriculture Ministry with embryo implants in cows. Agriculture Minister Dr. Mahindra Reddy says embryo implanting is seen as a safer method of improving herds than importing cattle. Kritika Kumar reports.
The embryos that will be implanted will be for high-yielding cattle, which will weigh 3 times more than the normal breed.
Why we are doing this embryo transfer program is that because we can't import the high-yielding breeds from New Zealand, Australia, because there's a risk of introducing new diseases that we don't have. How it will affect? One, it'll boost the volume of beef meat that we are at the moment importing. We're importing massive amount of beef meat for our local industry.
Dr. Mahendra Reddy says this will also improve our dairy industry.
At the moment, our milk yield per cow per day is about 5 liters. The brown Swiss breed that we're talking about, it has the potential about 25 liters per day. Even if we can get 18 liters in our own local conditions, that's way 4 times higher than what we're getting at the moment.
New Caledonia believes together both countries will be able to share knowledge and genetic resources.
And I'm pretty sure that together, sharing experiences and point of view and expertise, we'll be able to grow faster.
The embryo implants will also be able to help restock farms who lost cattle due to brucellosis and tuberculosis. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
The Education Ministry is designing a program to educate children on different issues in the country. Minister Rosie Akbar says one key sector will be the farming community, who play an imperative role in our communities. Akbar says with the high rates of diabetes and other non-communicable diseases, they're working with relevant stakeholders to provide some basic knowledge on how to solve this issue.
Our people are dying because of what we are eating. Our rural farming communities, you are the ones who supply fruits and vegetables to the whole nation. So very important. And the sugarcane farmers are in this area. So these are the small things we want to bring back to the school system.
Consultations on the UN Decade for Ocean Science are aimed at ensuring diverse voices are represented in formalising the framework which comes into effect in 2021. Among the stakeholders in the Pacific at the very first meeting was Tyler Chung, a Fijian marine scientist lobbying for youth representation in determining the science we need for the ocean that we want. Maggie Boyle reports.
We're doing the exact opposite to what science has been saying for the last 50 years. And so consequently, as a scientist, you feel quite threatened by this, that, you know, nobody's listening.
Marrying the science to effective action continues to be a battle in saving our seas. However, there's growing momentum with a new kid on the block.
This is an opportunity for youths to be able to grasp the decade as a way forward and to make sound decisions, as well as to be bold in spaces and to think about the future that they want in their oceans.
And the marine scientist is pushing for more young people to join in the action.
Inspiring to be in a space like this, and I'm looking forward to seeing more young people being able to push forward and to going back into our nations and in our little pockets of communities and just talking about the decade before it actually happens and how they can be involved.
The UN Decade for Ocean Science aims to develop the scientific knowledge that already exists, build on the infrastructure, and foster partnerships for a sustainable and healthy ocean. For FBC News, I'm Maggie Boyle.
British High Commissioner to Fiji, Melanie Hopkins, feels Fijians have a lot of opportunities to join the British Army. Impressed with the number of Fijians showing interest, Hopkins says currently there are over 1,000 available positions for countries under the Commonwealth, including Fiji. An important note for applicants is their physical status. Hopkins says over 1,300 Fijians are currently part of the force, and they're expecting that to increase to over 2,000.
For joining the British Army are quite demanding, and the British Legion, based in Domain in Suva, is helping out and providing advice on those tests. But every day I am seeing people who are practicing, running up and down Thakambau Road to get their fitness levels up, so they can really make the most of this opportunity to join the British Army.
And it's business time now with Karoy.
Thank you, Jackie. Coming up, local company gets audio-visual license for Survivor Series. And in growing Fiji, new tractors to boost agriculture production. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Shamiza. And I'm Salma. We're from Nandi and we love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
My name is Rajnita Lata and I'm from Vatulaloba. और हम सब मिर्ची FM सुनता है because it's hot.
Hi, my name is Vinita. I'm from Lambasa. I love listening to Mirchi FM. It's number one.
हमारा नाम सागर रेड्डी है। हम लोग स्कूल में, हम लोग घर में और कहीं भी रहता हम लोग खाली मिर्ची एफएम सुनता। गौल टाउन तावा में मिर्ची एफएम दागो मामा।
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Leading business tonight, a local company from a Mamanutha village has been granted approval to be audiovisual agents. The Asawa Lewe Motu Trust was issued a one-year audiovisual agent license in July. The trust will collaborate with the production team of the Survivor Series, currently filming in the country. Chiatevita Tuindraki says granting the license has given the village a financial boost.
With this license, we are happy because it will not only boost us, it will boost the Fiji economy as a whole. And for us, we will be dealing direct with SCG or the Survivor production team. We won't be dealing with the agents because now we are the agents.
We now join Gary from HFC Bank with the latest from the stock markets.
The Japanese yen hit its highest in more than a month against the US dollar today. This was after US President Donald Trump broke the truce in the Sino-US trade war, resulting in increased demand for safe haven currency. The escalation in trade friction between the world's two largest economies threatens to bring further volatility to stock and bond yields. This could weigh on the dollar and the currencies of countries exporting to China. Meanwhile, China's offshore yuan slumped to its lowest in more than a year and has forced Chinese policymakers to unleash stimulus to offset their slowing economy. Closer to home, Australia's retail sales rose higher than expected in June. It was the best monthly growth since February. And that's all from HFC Bank for today. Winaka.
Here are today's exchange rates as set this morning. The Fijian dollar continued to rise against the Aussie and Kiwi dollars, as well as continuing to show gains against the euro, but fell against the other currencies we cover. Taking a look at commodity prices were mixed. Crude oil dropped about $4 to around $54 a barrel. Gold was up at $1,432 per ounce, and silver closed down at $1,622 per ounce. 2 tractors were given out in Vanuatu this week by the Minister for Agriculture in an effort to boost agriculture production in the Northern Division. The tractors were given to a farmers' cooperative in Reketi and the Montfort Technical Institute in Savusavu. Eleanor Turangaive reports.
Tractors help farmers with all aspects of farming, from ploughing, tilling, harrowing, planting and even transporting of produce. That is exactly why the small group of farmers in Reketi Maduata decided it was time to get one.
We have faced a lot of difficulties as there were no tractors here and we were not able to do rice farming on time. We have only one season when it rains here. And now since we have a tractor, we will be able to plant on time.
The Matasau Level and Purchase Cooperative paid a little over $25,000, approximately 1/3 of the total cost of this tractor. The rest was borne by government.
That particular assistance that we are providing you is put to good use. No use parking the tractor nicely, wash it like, a lot of school teachers do. They buy a car, they live in the quarters, they wash it 2 times a week, park it in the garage. Every day they get out, they look at it before they go to school. No, tractor, it needs to be on the field, utilize it.
At Montfort Technical Institute in Savusavu, the new tractor and its mechanical parts, worth around $100,000, is expected to help boost the school's agricultural output.
We also know that that particular activity opens up students' mind to potential opportunities out there in the agriculture sector.
The handing over of these tractors is expected to increase agriculture production, as agriculture is the principal source of livelihood for Fijians, whether it's subsistence farming or little commercial farming. Eleanor Turangaive, FBC News.
That's it from Business Tonight. Sports is up next with Jamie.
Nakakuroi in Sports Tonight. Prime Minister gives his pick for 2019 Vodafone Dean's Trophy. And BOG venue changed again. This and more coming up.
Navango Maria, Maramani Waya Manatu Sawa, waiting to Nandi, Yaundo Marata, Canavarro and Radio Fijuan.
Yawa Asna the Tili, our mother Monica. Tondo Barro Vale, Bonardoma Viti Lambasa.
Bula, Nadango Prostan Garce, Goer Kraki, the Television Navarro and Radio Fijuan, Nadomi Vit. Nadango Chanibukia, Omoni Namosi. Radio Fijian, Nandomo Viti.
Radio Fijian, Nandomo Viti.
Three teams from Maris Brothers High School will feature in the 2019 Vodafone Dean's semi-finals tomorrow. The boys from Flagstaff have qualified for the under-14, under-15 and under-18 grades. And while it's anyone's guess who this year's Dean's champion will be, Prime Minister and Maris old boy Vorenge Bainimarama has thrown in his prediction. Faria Begum has more.
Old boy and Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama is backing either Ratu Kadavu Level School or Maris to take home the trophy this year.
Oh, I think it's going to be either Maris or RKS, one of the two. But I think that the rest of the old boys from the other schools will kill me when they find out.
Maris Principal Pene Aropio says having 3 teams through to the semi-finals is a great achievement for the school.
For the past, years and this year we have, tried to improve our program, how the training program, so that, we see not doing the same old things every year, but looking at something new so that we can always progress and improve on our performance every year.
He says one secret to their consistency is the support they get from the old boys.
With 3 teams going to the finals, semi-finals this week, so we're just happy and we just wish our boys the best as they go into the semi-finals this week.
Marist takes on Queen Victoria School at 2:05 p.m. tomorrow in the under-18 semi-final. They meet Ratu Kandavulevu School in the under-14 semi-final at 9 a.m, while they will play Queen Victoria School in the under-15 semi-final at 9:35 a.m. In the second under-18 semi-final, RKS will play Dhuvu College at 3:30 p.m. You can watch both under-18 semi-finals live on FBC Sports and catch the live commentary on Radio Fiji 1. Faria Begum, FBC Sports.
3 schools will represent the Western Zone in the Vodafone Deans semi-finals tomorrow. Provincial Freebird Institute, Dhuvu College and Natambua High School carry the hopes of the West. Provincial have 2 teams in the semi-final and are determined its under-16 and 19s can give defending champions in both grades, Ratu Kandavulevu School, a good run. Aquila Dama with the details.
The final training run before getting down to business at Lawanga Park tomorrow as Provincial Freebird Institute under-16 plan to go past champions RKS.
It has been going well and well, we are prepared and we have gone a step up from the quarterfinals.
Felipe Aliferretti says RKS is a champion team and they respect that, but the message has been given to the players that nothing is impossible. He adds playing at Lawanga Park can help their cause.
Because they are the defending champs and we are going in as underdogs, and but we'll give them a good game come tomorrow.
The Western Zone is proud that 3 of its schools are still in the competition.
Some of these teams, this is the first time for them to play in the national semis. Provincial Secondary School and Natambua under-15. This is the first time for them to go up to the national semis. Dhuvu has a history of qualifying to the national semis, but still the team are still coming as an underdog.
The Dean's semi-final starts at 8:30 a.m. with the under-14 grade at Singatoka's Lawanga Park tomorrow. Aquila Dama, FBC Sports.
Flying Fijians hooker Ratu Vermaloa Vungakoto says after his debut last year, everything has happened so quickly. Vungakoto has been named to start against Canada in the 2nd Pacific Nations Cup match tomorrow, and he says his journey with the national side so far has been amazing. Aquila Dama caught up with him after the captain's run today and filed this report.
Just a few years ago, he was just a simple boy from Davingala village in Kandavu, but tomorrow Ratu Vermalua Vungakoto will be running out in the white jumper for the 6th time.
It's never been my dream to be in the squad there first, being one of the young players that's coming out and the local players that's coming out from the system. I think it's all about learning and to be with these famous players that's in Fiji. I think it's a privilege to be with them and learning from them.
The 21-year-old is one of the 3 hookers expected to make the Rugby World Cup trip next month, but says he will need to work extra hard.
I think, yeah, I'm excited about being in the squad, and the competition around the players there's really good competition around the players, fighting for the position, and I think for us just have to fight for our position, know who's starting and who's on the bench. So we're just giving our best, I think.
Meanwhile, Captain Leone Nakarawa says Canada is a quality side.
We don't underestimate any team. Any team we face is a good team. So we don't worry about them. All I can say, we just worry about ourselves by improving on weaknesses and improving on the little aspects of the game going forward.
Coach John McKee was impressed with the captain's run this morning and expects an improved performance tomorrow.
Good week for us this week. You know, a lot of work we've got in along with the travel back from Japan, so the players have worked hard. It's good to see some of our things being implemented in the captain's run this morning under the leadership of Leone.
Fiji will play Canada at 5:15 p.m. tomorrow at the ANZ Stadium in Suva. Aquila Dama, FBC Sports.
The Fiji Football Association has changed the venue for Day 3 of the 2019 Ink Mobile Battle of the Giants tournament. The matches will now be held at Churchill Park in Lautoka on Sunday. The decision was made following an assessment of Ratu Thakumbau Park by the Nausori Town Council, who deemed the ground unplayable.
Everybody and anybody who holds 10 Day 3 tickets can, of course, use it at Churchill Park. And we will extend the office hours tomorrow to 5 p.m. and our accounts team will be ready to refund everybody that wants a refund. So, and then we'll use this same tickets to go and sell it in Lautoka. Lautoka City Council has advised tomorrow from 8 p.m. they will have a booth open at Churchill Park to sell day 3 tickets only. Day 4, day 5 tickets we have hold. We are not doing any pre-sale until we confirm the semi-final and final venue by Tuesday morning.
In matches on Sunday, Nasinu meet Nandi at 11 a.m. Lambasa will take on Tavo at 1 p.m. Rewa play Lautoka at 3 p.m. while Mba will face Suva at 5 p.m. Now that day 3 of the BOG tournament has been moved to the west, Nandi and Lautoka are both gunning to end pool play on a high. The two teams currently top Pool B, however, only one has booked their semi-final spot. Faria Begum has more.
Lautoka is the first team to qualify for the semi-final, and their coach says they will be giving first opportunities to players who haven't received game time. Coach Prasad says they will be looking at their previous match to identify their mistakes.
There's a lot of things I'll be working on. Especially have to see which team we are playing in the semi-final, and then we'll go back to Lautoka after the Rivers game, and we'll go through the video analysis, and there will be a lot of work done, and then we will prepare the team according to the team we're going to play in the semi-final.
On the other hand, Nandi is looking at changing their formation in their BOG match against Nasinu this Sunday. Coach Pranesh Amarsi says they now need to play an attacking game.
The plan is we have to recover very, very well. Focus on our recovery because we have already played 2 games under the heavy conditions.
Nandi takes on Nasinu at 11 a.m. in Lautoka's Churchill Park on Sunday, while Lautoka meets Rewa at 3 p.m. You can catch the live commentary of both these matches on Radio Fiji 2. Faria Begum, FBC Sports.
That's it from sports tonight. Later on with Jackie, the wonderful story of the brown bag lady dedicated to helping the homeless. That's coming up.
हमारा नाम उमेश कुमार, हम देता है लेबू और रेडियो फीजी में हरदम सुनता है, बहुत पुराना गाना लगे और बहुत रोते सुनता है, बहुत अच्छा लगे हमको।
उमेश चंद्रा और कांता चंद्रा हमारा वाइफ है। हम लोग रेडियो फीजी 2 बहुत सुंदर से सुनता है, बहुत अच्छा प्रोग्राम, नंबर 1 रेडियो।
कुमार स्वामी नाइक है, गोंगो लेबू लटोका, रेडियो फीजी 2 में पुराना गाना लगे, हमें बहुत अच्छा लगे। कुमार नाकाफी में रहता है, रेडियो फीजी 2 सुनता है।
रेडियो फीजी 2, देश की धड़कन।
It's weather time now with Angie.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. It's finally Friday. What an amazing day, even though it wasn't the kind of weather we prefer, but hey, it's the weekend. Now in the west, sunny spells were active. Remember to be at Lawanga Park tomorrow for all the jam-packed action. Dean's Rugby, despite rain last week, we had some cheerful crowd. Eastwards from Pak Harbor to Suva, rainy and cloudy, and that will stay on for the weekend. And up north, weather is settled, but showers will swing by overnight. At sea, southeast winds 10 to 15 knots, moderate seas. For the tides, low tide at 1:40 a.m. with high tide at 7:50 a.m. Sunrise at 6:33. For tomorrow, showers are likely for parts of Fiji, especially for the central. Take your umbrellas if you are heading out. Tomorrow's temps, most centers will be cool. And looking further on to Sunday, light showers will be persistent. Regardless, you have yourself a wonderful weekend. And that's all from the FBC Weather World. Jackie.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. In Fijian Pulse tonight, we asked, which 2 teams do you think will play the Vodafone Deans competition final this year?
I think Zubu and Maris will face each other in the final.
Maris and RKS.
RKS and the Maris brothers, they will play final. I've seen both teams' game, and they are a better team.
I think Zubu College, because I've assessed it's a very good team, they are very fast.
QS will win the Dean's final this year.
Recapping the main stories for tonight, Methodist Church still embroiled in politics as Prime Minister. AG clarifies BDM registration fee. And USP staff get 5% back pay for 2016. Now for these stories and others, tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. Our poll question segment this week, we're asking, should police patrols at night be increased? Visit IFBC website to answer. And our shot of the day is again from Sawayeke village on Ngau Island. The rainbow is God's graffiti drawn with random perfection into any dreary sky. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj. Share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. Follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news, #FBC News. That was your FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, have a safe and enjoyable weekend. Bye for now.
We love Today FM. Today FM rocks. Bulaminaka, I'm Linda Form. I studied Suva. I love listening to Today FM because they play latest music and they rock.
Hi, my name is Osnate. I'm from Ba. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Bula, I'm Makereta from Nandi. We love listening to Today FM. Here in Nandi, it rocks.
Hi, I'm Shania. I'm from Lotoka and I love Today FM and it rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.